Welcome to the Amee and D podcast. I'm your host, Amee Widders. This is my co-host and husband, D. Widders. Today we're talking about a tiny little problem called micro cheating. Or is it? Or is it? So we're going to talk about micro cheating.
Wait, what the heck is micro cheating?
We're going to get into that. So we're going to talk about micro cheating, what it is, why it happens, and how it can ruin a relationship and how to prevent it.
Is this like a 2025 word, like a millennium word? What's it called?
It's a thing that I didn't even
Gen
realize
X,
was a
ZY?
thing, because to me, you do any little bit of cheating is cheating.
Facts. Yeah, the Bible says a little bit of leaven will leaven the whole lump. You know what that means?
What does it mean?
If you put a little leaven in the bread, it's gonna make the
The
bread.
whole thing gonna rise?
Yeah, you can't just put a little bit in.
You put a little bit in,
It's
gonna
in.
explode.
It's gonna explode.
It's gonna blow up.
Yeah. How do you do a little bit of anything?
Okay, so
That's like if I cut your hair's cut. I cut your hair.
you could cut a little bit of my hair.
But
That's not really a
I'm
good
still
analogy.
cutting your hair. Okay, I'm gonna smoke a little bit of crack.
There you go.
Just a tiny bit of crack.
You're a crackhead.
If you put a crack pipe in your mouth, even if you don't smoke crack,
You're a crackhead?
yeah.
Okay. So micro cheating refers to
You're a crackhead.
small. No, I'm not. I wouldn't even really be able to tell you what a crack pipe is. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
would.
do no drugs, bro.
You know what a crack pipe looks like.
I've never done hard drugs.
Hard drugs. You're from Buffalo, you guys.
Not me. I
Little
never have.
Rick
Nah,
James,
I never have.
little white girl. Yeah, how do you do a little bit of coke? Let me just snort a little bit of coke.
Okay, so micro cheating refers to small, seemingly harmless actions or behaviors that blur the lines of emotional or physical fidelity. This can include things like flirtatious texting, keeping secrets about interactions with someone outside your relationship, or forming emotional bonds that exclude your partner. So like what you mentioned in the last episode, like a work wife. That could potentially be a problem. I don't want you having no work wife.
Yeah, man. That's why you
I'm
need
cool
boundaries.
with you having Gene, at the shop.
Okay,
He's not a work wife.
I'm getting tired of people thinking me and Gene are gay together.
No, I wasn't implying that at all.
No, but everybody thinks we're gay.
Like, that could be your work wife because, like, you just work with him,
Or I'd be the
Love
wife.
you, Gene. Shout out to Gene. Yeah, you would for sure be
Whoa,
the wife.
whoa.
Fruity.
Okay, all right. I guess I am a little bit gay. I'm micro gay. I'm just not actually gay.
Wait. Okay, define micro gay.
This might be a good comparison. I might say something gay, but I'm not going to physically be gay. But I could see how you can compare that to this. If you be a little bit gay for long enough, maybe you might turn gay. If you micro cheat long enough, you might cheat,
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right.
Okay. So,
Point number 1. Point number 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay. So, why does micro cheating happen?
Because you're gay. No, I'm just kidding.
It happens because there is a clear lack of boundaries in your relationship.
I like boundaries. The Bible says that his boundaries, God's boundaries, are pleasant, which I agree. It's just like with our kids.
Boundaries keep you safe, bro.
Yeah, just like with our kids, man. You can't just go out and run in the
That's why you
street.
can't just be talking any old way to any old buddy because I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable with that.
Yeah, same.
It's not okay for me.
You can't be flirting. Flirting leads to
Ew.
I'm going to have to edit that out. Hershey squirts.
You keep the micro gay in though. Wait, did you just say Hershey squirts?
People don't know. People don't know, man.
So,
I get them when I get nervous.
me too.
It's because I'm part Jamaican. Jamaican me nervous.
Horrible joke.
Jamaican
Yeah, so
me
lack
horny.
of boundaries. So
Boundaries.
how would you establish those boundaries though? Because I feel like if you're, flirtatiously texting someone, how's your partner gonna find out about that?
How do you establish those boundaries when you're working at a strip club or like somewhere where you have to flirt with women to make money?
You should be single,
You should not work at a strip club.
or you should be single.
That's true too. But
Don't get in a relationship if you're gonna be flirting.
that used to like drive me crazy towards the end of when I worked there, where I would have to respond to like people's text messages all day long. If I'm off, it didn't matter because I didn't want to miss out on any money.
Mm.
But yeah, and then you use it as like, oh, I'm just making money. It's
Well,
like, no, you're just freaking ruining your life. But yeah, let's get back to micro cheating. How do you
and then some of those texts become little micro cheats,
micro
and then over
cheats?
time,
Real
you're
cheats.
cheating.
Yeah, I think
Blech.
I think for my moral compass, you have
Compass?
compass,
Compass?
compass.
My moral compass.
My moral compass, girl. What's wrong?
Okay.
Compass. How do you
It's
say
compass.
it? Compass? No, it's compass.
It's
How
not.
spell it? Is it C-S or C-O-M-P-A-S-S or however you spell it?
Okay, just make your point.
My moral compass and my boundaries. Okay, it's from the Bible. Jesus says if you lust after a woman,
Pluck
then,
your eyes out.
yeah, and you've already committed adultery. So it's like, bruh, you can't even lust. You,
Bruh.
like we talked about in the last episode, you cannot control the first thought or the first thing you see, but you can control your second thought and the way you react to it. So that's my moral compass. It's like I can't control if there's a girl running down the street with her cheeks hanging out, but I can control if I stare at it. I can control if I pull over or whatever. You know what I mean?
I'll kill you.
I know. I just thought of what's that song with Eminem? I'm gonna kill you.
Mm.
I thought of that song. But yeah, you have to, if you're establishing boundaries, you have to know, like, in your head that you know that this ain't right. It ain't right to flirt. People are so insecure they need to flirt,
Mm-hmm.
which goes back to the side chick episode. People are insecure. They think they need to do these things to make them feel better about themselves.
Well, and I think too that another point would be like unmet needs. Like if you're not getting something from your partner, maybe you're like, oh well, if I'm gonna go to work, like it's cool if I just flirt with her a little bit.
But being in a relationship, in a partnership, is not about what you could get from them.
But that's what happens. Like
it's what you can give to them.
You do a little bit of flirting, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, what would it be like to be with that person? And then it's like, oh, like y'all keep flirting, and that don't stop, and then eventually y'all flirting some more, and then feelings happen, and then you're sleeping with somebody outside of your relationship after work.
And
you know?
it ain't worth it.
You know?
And that one little decision that wasn't worth it leads to a lifetime of regret and pain for the person that actually loves you.
Yeah.
Don't micro cheat. It's just like if you get these little micro fractures in your bones in your foot, over time, that's going to crack in half. And then it's going to be the most pain, excruciating pain you ever had in your life.
It just opens the door to full on. I don't even want to say full on infidelity because I think micro cheating is cheating.
100%. Yeah, you got. It's just like we always compare like the dude with the actual girl, but it's like if you walked in on me watching pornography, that's cheating. If you walked in on me chatting with some girl that I can't even see your face, that's cheating. It's like
like DMs and stuff, like even like little hardy eyes responding to stuff. Like, why are you even like? There's no reason for you to respond at all, bro. Keeps to scrolling, like
yeah.
Because now I'm like, oh, you think that's attractive? You think she looks good? Oh, okay. You're married, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, and I think this
you don't even follow like Instagram models and stuff like that. Like some people even think like, oh, if my dude is liking all these half naked girls on Instagram. Do you think that that's cheating?
Yeah.
Yes, that's micro cheating. Following them.
Why do you need to follow somebody? I
feel like you're looking at those girls, you're lusting after them clearly, which is
something one of my coaches taught me in high school. He was a blood from San Diego.
What up, blood?
Nah, hell no, kid. But he was a blood. This dude was crazy. He literally would shoot into people's houses and like go beat up people on the beach when he was like younger. But then he grew up. He was crazy, but he's one of the best coaches I ever had. Probably top 2 best coaches I ever had. And he told me you shouldn't even be with a girl unless you could see yourself marrying her. And that always stuck in my head. You shouldn't even be flirting with nobody that ain't yours, that you can't.
Stuck in your head, but you ain't follow suit.
You know, yeah, I don't talk to nobody that I want to marry. I talk to you. That's it.
So you wanted to marry your side chick too? And all the other little floozies that you had relations with?
There's a gap in that for me. Because I was super loyal until I got cheated on. I remember
and that was before me. So what are you talking about, dog?
But I'm saying from when I got cheated on to when I stopped cheating is when I was a loser. But before I got cheated on, and since I was like 34, 35, whatever, till now, I'm super loyal. I'm a very loyal person. I only want to be with you. But yeah,
I feel like you stopped cheating before that, no?
I don't know. It's been what,
It's
6,
been,
7, 8 years?
I feel like closer to like 8, 9.
I don't know, but
I mean, who really knows?
I don't.
What you mean you don't know?
I don't know the date. I know the date we first made love.
Oh my gosh, Daniel, shut up.
The best day of my life when I had the
Clearly
Hershey
not.
squirts.
Clearly not.
I had the Hershey
If it was the
squirts.
best day of your life, you wouldn't have felt the need to go micro cheat and then cheat.
Cheating has nothing to do with sex.
Huh?
It has nothing to do with sex. It's not like it makes you like you want to go have sex for fun or something. It's like you're cheating because you're insecure. Get back to micro cheating.
It's culturally normalized is the next one.
Mm.
So social media, society, we kind of normalize that it's okay to be like looking at girls, looking at people having sex.
If you're in a serious relationship, you shouldn't even have friends that are the opposite sex. You shouldn't be riding in the car alone with the opposite sex. You shouldn't be, if it's a conversation on a phone, it should be a 3-way message with your partner and that person. There should be no like, and then if it can't be, if it's your boss or whatever, then that person needs to have full access to anything they want to read, and you can't be deleting stuff and hiding stuff. It's like, have everything out in the open.
What do you think if like your partner is talking to someone of the opposite sex and like you know nothing is happening with them, but it still bothers you?
Tell them, but tell them in a loving, tell them in the most sexy, loving, honey kind of way that you can. Not no, I hate if you don't do this. Like, don't be mean about it. Be like, this really hurts me, and then you're giving your partner an opportunity to respond correctly. And if they don't take that opportunity, or if they're slow like me, it might take them a couple times, but just keep lovingly tell them that. If it's something that's an emergency and it's really hurting you like bad right now, like, don't wait. Tell them, don't think in your head, oh, this is not that big of a deal. Why am I being dumb? That's like, no, if something is hurting you, tell the person you're with, and tell them lovingly and kindly, and give them the opportunity to respond correctly.
Yeah.
But be serious about it, because it's just with like any type of sin or any type of anything, it could lead to, it's like a snowball effect. Don't let it get to that point.
I think with men too, I know it's very easy to get angry at your partner and like lash out or nag or yell, but realistically, when you do those things, a man completely shuts down. They don't want to hear anything that you're saying. They've tuned you out, and nothing really gets resolved that way. Whereas if you come to them, or at least in my experience, if you're coming to them lovingly and calmly and just expressing your feelings to them, you have a way better conversation about it and a way better chance of them being like, oh, dang, I'm sorry. Like, I won't do this anymore. I didn't know that bothered you.
If you really want to get your man's attention, and this is probably should only do this if you're married, you shouldn't be doing this type of stuff if you ain't married, but go up to him sexually, you know what I'm saying? And touch on him. Men like physical touch, right? That's our love language. Don't be cold and shut off and angry, and it's like you get more flies with honey, right? So
bees. It's bees, not flies.
Flies too.
No, it's bees. You get more bees with honey than with vinegar. That's the saying. It's not flies.
Flies are attracted to
flies. Yeah, flies like poop.
Well, you want to fly?
Flies land on stuff and vomit on it.
All right. Well, I think you can get flies stuck in honey too.
Well, anything could get stuck in honey.
Well,
but you'll get more bees with honey.
I thought bees make honey.
Anyways. The analogy or the point is you'll go a lot farther by being kind and loving than being bitter, resentful, and angry. That is
no, my point I'm trying to make is be physical with your man if you want something from him. If you do that, he's not going to be able to tell you no. And if he is,
you could just be nice.
If you go up to me and you kiss on me and hug on me and touch on me,
but
you're going to get whatever you want.
Be like, baby, honey, sweetie.
True.
Cookie bear.
But if you do them both, Whatever you want.
you're doubling your odds of them doing what you want them to do.
But yeah, if you
I'm
ain't,
not trying to manipulate you though, bruh. I'm trying
it's
to
not
like just tell you
manipulating.
my
It's
feelings.
getting my real attention. If you ain't had sex in a month and you're like, well, that's probably why he's flirting with somebody too. You need to be flirting with your man and don't give him. Remember the analogy? You don't want me to leave the house with a loaded gun.
What if they just had a baby and they can't have sex?
Well, then they need to talk about it. And the man needs to understand that women are crazy when they have a baby because their hormones, the dump of hormones that women get at like 6 weeks is comparable to taking like 1,000 birth control pills at once.
Yeah.
So
And you don't really go back to normal for like 2 years.
couple years. It could be up to 5 years. So
Yeah.
have patience with your wife, right? And then,
educated.
yeah, you need to like work together to figure that out. Obviously, you ain't even supposed to have sex for the first. I think it should be longer than 6 weeks.
So the impact that micro cheating has obviously is that it's like it's breaking trust and boundaries. It's creating insecurities with you, your partner.
Yeah, would you want your kids to have somebody that's flirting with them that they're not with, and then ruining their lives and relationship?
I don't want you flirting with somebody that's not me
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't none of this good.
at all.
People like think stuff is okay when it ain't okay, bro. And I don't know why. Why do you think people are okay with this stuff? I freaking hate it because I could see like the enemy wants to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to destroy every good relationship and mess it up so that it like hurts people for a long time, man. I hate it, bro. Anything that's gonna separate you from God and from the person you're supposed to be with, screw that, bro.
Yeah. So obviously how to prevent it would be you're going to set boundaries, like what is acceptable, what's not acceptable between you guys. And some people are okay with like their girl or their guy having other girl guy friendships and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
not okay with that because I
cool.
feel like one out of those of two people have feelings for the other one. It's like, oh, it's platonic. Like, nah, one of y'all wants to date the other one, and the other one's just like, no, I'm not into you. And then that person, I think, over time is like, well, if we become closer friends.
I think 100% of the time the dude's gonna try to smash the girl.
Yeah, I think that that's why I'm like, no, unless it's like we're all friends and we're hanging out in a group setting or something.
Yeah.
Like my friends' husbands, obviously, but I'm
Yeah.
not like texting them on the regular or anything. But it's like we're cool when we see each other. But it's not like, oh, Kiki, let me go text Omar or Dev, and I would never do that. I'd be like, yo, ask your husband if he want to do this with all of you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I think you get to a point too where you're like secure enough to be like, you could comment like good job or something like that, but you ain't like,
even that, there's a fine line there. Because sometimes you be
All right, so-
hyping people up, and I'm like, I don't like that, bruh. Like, I know you're just being nice and encouraging, but I don't like that because I know that you're just being nice and encouraging. But someone that's not really close to you like that, that like is just someone that goes to church with, or that we, know in passing, might be like, oh, like he thinks that I do cool stuff. Like,
yeah, I think you're right because you could open that little
yeah,
bit
I
of
don't
leaven.
like that.
Don't even
don't like that.
leaven. Don't leaven the lump. Yeah, what's point number 3?
Transparency, obviously. You want to keep open communication at all times. So if there is something that's bothering you, I think you need to, like you said earlier, like immediately address that. Lovingly.
Transparent like me.
Yeah.
You could see through my skin.
Me too. Like, oh, sweetie peety poo poo pie. You did this
Ooh.
today and I really don't.
Whatever
Really
you want.
hurt my
Yep.
feelings. I'm
Screw
so
all them
sorry.
girls. Whatever you want. That's how
We
you
ain't
do it.
talking to no girls no more.
That's how you do it though. Whatever you want. Really
then
should be whatever you want anyways. Whatever you want.
I mean, you're supposed to serve the other person in the relationship.
Yeah. Wherever you
I
want.
feel like if there was something that I was doing that made you feel insecure or that made you uncomfortable, regardless of what it is, okay, done. Like,
Yeah, you don't even
I'm so sorry that made you feel that way. Like, I'm not even gonna ask questions about it. Like, yeah,
Yeah, if you're defensive about it, you're probably up to no good. Or you enjoy that attention more than you enjoy being with your spouse.
yeah,
And if you do that, then you probably ain't gonna make it.
right.
Right.
And the best way to make it and stay together is to be spiritually grounded and have Jesus as the focal point of your relationship.
The moral compass.
Oh, gosh.
How come you make fun of the way I say compass?
Man, there's a bunch of words that you say this weird. Regular.
Majority.
How do you say helicopter?
Helicopter.
Maybe it wasn't helicopter.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. Yeah.
Werewolf.
That's one. Werewolf. Werewolfy. That's from Hotel Transylvania.
Micro cheating.
So yeah, I'm not cool with any kind of cheating. Micro, macro.
Jackro.
Whatever that is.
What about women that think it's okay for their husbands to go to like a massage parlor?
I'm not cool with that. I ain't taking you to no strip club. No. You should be meeting those needs as his wife and vice versa.
I remember
in the Bible it says,
I had a
like,
good
my
story.
body is yours, yours is mine, and you
And
get
yours
to do
is fine.
you get to do what you want with it. Like, you're not supposed to withhold your body from your partner unless you guys are going into like prayer and fasting and you're both in agreement of it. So
And don't invite
You
nobody
shouldn't-
else into your relationship.
exactly.
I remember one time I was working the VIP podium
Oh,
at the
God.
club. And it was like probably 7, 8 in the morning. And one of the security dudes come in there. He's like, "Where's the girl with the bandana?" I'm like, "Huh? Right there. She's doing 3 songs for $100. He's like, "Come on." We go over there and shines a flashlight on the dude and the girl. And he's like, "Get up." And she's like, "Mm-mm." And I'm like, "Get up right now." And she gets up and they were having sex, right? And I was like, "Oh, man, all right." I told the security, like, take her to the back. We got to fire her. And then I told the dude, like, "Come on, bro, you got to go."
Why did he know to come in there looking for her? Because it's so
Because he was,
dark in the VIP.
because there's surveillance cameras.
Oh.
And then he was watching the person watching the surveillance. And then I was like, she was like, "But I haven't gotten paid yet." And I'm like, "Huh? You in here doing this for free?" But anyways, we walk out of the doors of the VIP room. It's like a long hallway. And this lady comes running out of nowhere and just socks him in the head. And I'm like, "Whoa, like who?" She's like, "I'm his wife." And "Where have you been?" I'm like, "This is why you don't do these things." And I'm like, he's like, "Can I please go to the bathroom?" I'm like, "Nah, take your nasty behind up out of here." But yeah, I think,
People are gross, man.
man, don't invite nothing besides
Yeah,
God,
'cause
Jesus into your Holy Spirit into your relationship. That's
One
it.
tiny little thing could open up the door to
Yeah, man.
bigger things, and you don't want a part of that.
Yeah. All right. See you in the next episode.
Sounds good. I want to know in the description bar, the comment bar, what you guys think about micro cheating. Like, are you okay with a little bit of
Hell no.
Not you. I'm talking about them. Like, are you okay with like a little bit of flirting? Like, oh yeah, that's fine. Or like, where are your boundaries at?
Get you a girl like Amy that don't even flirt with you. Then you ain't got to worry.
That's not
I'm
true.
I'm joking. All right.
We'll
see you
catch
next.
you in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.
Give me a kiss so they don't think you're really mad.
Heck nah.